Let's do this.
It's time for Hangin' with Langan.
I like that she's got a big dirty mouth that gets her in trouble.
Wow.
Stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time.
There I am. Welcome to Hangin' with Langan. I'm Maureen Langan. We have 3 comics, Jersey comics, joining me in just a moment here on Hangin' with Langan. If you're watching this, please share. It shows you care. It's only fair. I have 3 New Jersey comics to talk today about my beloved Garden State. I am so sick of people crapping on my beloved New Jersey. It's called Jersey. It's not called Joisy. I see people who've never been here in their lives going, oh, you're from Joisy? And don't ask us what exit unless we're going to meet at the shore, not the beach, the shore. We don't all act, some do, but most of us do not act like the Sopranos, Snooky, or a desperate housewife, though I would love to act like a desperate housewife because I would like that kind of money. So I will be headlining. I want to let you know, speaking of Jersey, I will be headlining a big event this Saturday night at 9 p.m. It's the grand opening of the Township Theater in Washington Township in Bergen County, New Jersey, because I think there's like 500 Washington Townships in New Jersey. This is the one in Bergen County. So I want you to check it out. Go to Comedy Corner, January, spelt out, 22, January 22. So Comedy Corner, January 22, brownpapertickets.com. So do that, because that's what we have to do. So I will be performing with 3 other Joisy comics who are fighting the good Jersey fight when it comes to putting us in stereotypical corners. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Hangin' with Langan stage, Jessica flies by the seat of her pants. Miranda. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, how are you, Maureen?
Good. Turn up your volume, honey. Also, we have Jay. Why can't I find a saltine in the UK? August. Hiya, Jay.
How you doing, Maureen?
Okay. And Chip, how did you get that gig? Who books that Ambrosio?
Hello, Maureen.
All right, let's do this, you guys. I told you some of the things I don't like, that everybody's a soprano, a housewife, and it's Joisy. Let's go with you, Chip. What's your first one that drives you out of your mind?
Well, I don't like that you can't pump your own gas. And you know why? Because I used to pump gas, and I could have used some help. You know what I mean? That was back before you could set the pump, and just walk away and talk to your terrorist cell. It was like, I hate that. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that?
By the way, one of my favorite things about New Jersey is that you can't pump your own gas. I love that. I love pulling up into the gas station, rain, sleet, hail, snow, get the gas going. I love it.
You were the customers that I despised when I was pumping gas in my green coveralls and it was 95 degrees.
Well, not 95, but in the cold and the snow, I would tip. How about that?
Okay. Well, that was nice.
Right.
Somebody gave me a cup of coffee once. I still remember that because it was so cold.
Jessica, what's your Jersey thing?
I think the one thing that I dislike about Jersey is the traffic, especially around the malls, all the malls that we go to, in particular Paramus. And then I'm in a county that's open for shopping on Sunday. So everybody comes over, because of the shutdown of the blue laws, and they all come over here. So, but that's about, I love Jersey, and I'm a big fan of the Taylor ham and egg sandwich. So
see, this is the thing. You're starting with things you don't like, but that's okay. We can do that. People need to know it's called the Garden State. You land in Newark, New Jersey, and you think that's all of our state, but it's known for its blueberries, its tomatoes, and something else, some other vegetable of some sort. I'll have to see which one it is. All right, let's go to you, Jay August.
Biggest problem we have with people kind of disrespecting Jersey is that they use us all the time. Like the New York Giants, the New York Jets, they're playing here. People come into, oh yeah, I'm going into the New York area, and they land in Newark because everybody knows that LaGuardia is a nightmare. They come here, they use this as like a layover and to move on to their actual destination. They don't want to say that they've landed in Jersey or they're staying in Jersey. They tell people they're going to New York, not even saying the New York City area. They're in New Jersey because it's there's more here to do, and we're not going to fleece you on every little thing. And yet suddenly, oh no, yeah, I'm going to the East Coast to New York. Now you're going to New Jersey. You're just taking the train in.
That's what you're doing. And guess what is the most populated state in the entire United States of America? New Jersey, because people want to live in New Jersey.
Wow. And how have we figured out why?
Yes, because it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm kidding. I came from
They don't
Connecticut,
want
so
something
Jersey,
on
when
the
I came to Jersey, I thought I was only going to be here for a little while. It's like people that go to prison.
Chip.
I'm kidding. I like Jersey now. It's growing on me.
I don't like the Guido stereotype. And it was interesting because I was reading fun facts about New Jersey, which weren't fun, but they're like, yes, the big Italian population, nothing wrong with having a large Italian population, but they're painting this picture that everybody in New Jersey is Italian. And they said, well, there's pockets of Irish and Quakers. Where the hell are the Quakers? Where are the Quakers in New Jersey? Where's the freaking Quakers? I know where the Quakers are.
Yeah. Well, it ties back to what Jay said. It's like, I'm Italian, and there's a lot of nice Italian people that I've met here, but you touched on it too. It's like, Jersey Shore or the Sopranos or those depictions of, these are the kind of people that you're going to meet in New Jersey.
Yes. And you guys don't have to wait for me to ask you each individual questions like we're on Jeopardy. Jessica and Jay, you're allowed to, like we're playing tennis, hit the ball back. It's all groovy. I am so proud of so many people from New Jersey. Nobody better than my beloved Bruce Springsteen. Love that man. Love him. Carol Burnett and Cornel West. Those are my three I would stalk on a street. People put down the Jersey Shore because of those pieces of crap, Snooky and friends. The New Jersey beaches are so beautiful, so wide, so vast. Every town has its own little feel. I love New Jersey beaches. And people mock it. Go ahead, then don't go. I don't care.
But did you see Springsteen was like walking, I forget wherever was some inlet down the shore, and he ran into these people and, they started chatting with them. And did you see the picture?
No, but he's a nice man.
He is. I got to meet him, actually. I met him at
Wow.
Yeah, Harry's Roadhouse. I was going to buy a house in Asbury Park when the second time it was coming back up again. And we were looking there, and he was at a bar, and I sat on his leather jacket. It was on the stool next to him. I wanted to take it. I wanted my ass to just pick it up and.
Hey, Jessica, where are you from originally, Jessica?
I grew up in Glen Rock, which is
Twist. Because you have a very New York, New Jersey accent. Like you have the accent that some people think New Jersey people have. A bit more than I say Chip or myself. I don't know Jay enough yet. We're going to get him talking more. Where does that come from? Were your parents from Jersey City? Were they from Long Island?
My parents were from New York. They grew up in like Washington Heights area. So I think maybe from that. I don't know.
Huh. Very interesting. Jay, where are you from originally in Jersey?
Well, I mean, I'm from Connecticut. Then I lived in Jersey, and then I moved down to Maryland. Then I learned to talk, and then I came back to Jersey. So I tend not to have much of the Jersey accent, but I've lived here in like 4 different towns at least. So, I mean, I've got a lot of Jersey history. But I wanted to mention, you were saying with Springsteen, it's a couple of things is that when Asbury Lanes reopened, which is a legendary small kind of bowling alley / music venue in Asbury Park, they reopened.
Bowling alley music venue. Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
When they were about to go out of business, and I think somebody bought them out and came back, Springsteen played them as their comeback. You've never seen a harder ticket to get in your life than Springsteen playing, and this was maybe 6 years ago. So it's unbelievable for that. But you talk about my idea that everybody just takes Jersey and uses it for what they want. Springsteen's got to have his metaphor head explode every time he goes to like a political rally and they're playing Born in the USA.
Oh yeah.
Why does he not spend all of his days standing on his roof screaming, listen to the lyrics? I mean, it's like they take what they want and ignore the rest, just like they do with Springsteen.
They say New Jersey does not have a state song, according to one of these things I've read. But everybody, the unofficial one is Born to Run. It is the unofficial Jersey song.
And yet we're still here.
Wait, I have a quick Springsteen story.
Please, Chip.
My friend Vinny, Doesn't that sound like what we
Here
just
we go.
talked about?
That's very
Or
Jersey.
my friend Vinny, who worked at, I can't remember, what's the name of that pizza parlor in Closter? Anyway, when he was 17, his friend, who was friends with Bruce, because Bruce was into cars and he had a garage, got him a backstage pass to see Springsteen. And he wasn't like, awed by celebrity. So he was just talking to Bruce, just like, oh yeah, it was nice. You played really well and whatever. And from that time on, he's been invited to everything with Bruce. And
Really?
it's just amazing. And so Bruce was here. And who was the guy? I can't, it slips my mind. Brothers Macmillan. Who wrote Brothers Macmillan?
Ed Burns. Yeah, Ed Burns.
So he was over his friend's house. Ed Burns was there. Springsteen's there. They're eating like heroes. And then Ed Burns is going to go shoot some scene in a movie. And they all go. And Ed Burns said to Vinny, he goes, you want to just be a stand-in or I'll give you a line? And he's like, no, I'm just going to watch, And so
I got to be more aloof like Vinny. I got to just look at Bruce like I don't give a crap about him.
Right.
You just said something interesting. And what I like here talking with the three of you is like I was talking to Jessica about how I think your accent is stronger than Jay or Chip or myself. But I grew up with an Irish mother. And even though my father's from the South Bronx, his parents were Irish. So there's a tone. But we all say mall. We all say, you said it a little more strongly, but mall. Hey, what does he hate? Tim Court says, I hate Jersey drivers. Got to agree with that. And hey, Tony Ditta from Parsippany High School. I grew up with him. Nice to see you there. Tell us what you love or hate about Jersey. The Jersey drivers, they're the worst. They won't let you in. We were taking my father to the hospital a few months ago in New York. My parents live in Jersey, and we couldn't merge into the George Washington Bridge. I rolled down the window and I said to the car next to me, I'm so sorry. Can we just get right in ahead of you? Because we're like side by side, and I got to get my father into the hospital. Now I got to get to work, lady. That's New Jersey at times. Hate to say it, but it's true.
They all know what a zipper merge is. None of them care. They're supposed to take turns coming in, and they're like, no, I can get in front of you.
That makes me enraged. But Chip was just saying something, you guys. He was saying that his friend Vinny, that we don't give a crap about, that Vinny, I'm just teasing you, that Vinny was eating a hero with someone. So there we go, too. Nobody calls it a hoagie. That's a total South Jersey. And by the way, South Jersey doesn't count. I don't mean the Jersey Shore. I'm talking the Philadelphia, that area. Nobody knows Salem County. I didn't even know there was a Salem County until yesterday. So nobody goes. I didn't. So because I'm from Salem County, where's that? So they go, it's the very bottom. It's Maryland. Let's just call it Delaware. It's down there. It's Virginia. But hoagies, we call them subs, hoagies. Do you guys call them subs, hoagies, or heroes?
Sub.
A hero.
Subs.
When I went to New Hampshire, they called them grinders.
That was something else.
Was that after drinking too much at college night? All right, whatever.
Or that could just be a site that I frequent.
That's what you were doing to it.
All right.
Let's talk about good Jersey things like diners.
Diners.
Yeah, before we get to
Diners
that,
are the best.
Love diners.
but I want to give a shout out here, you guys. I want to let people know this Saturday night. Come on out, you guys. We have all been locked indoors. People in Jersey always say to me, Maureen, when are you going to perform in New Jersey? There are not a lot of comedy clubs, very few. I always let you know when I'm out there. So there's the grand opening of this brand new theater called the Township Theater. They have the Comedy Corner there. It's grand opening this Saturday, January 22nd, 9 p.m. I will be headlining and performing with these fabulous comics, Jay August, Chip Ambrosio, Jessica Miranda. Come on out. It's a grand opening. It's a time for us to all get together and have a lot of laughs. And the tickets are, I have a little banner here because Maureen Langan does it all. It's the Comedy Corner, January 22.brownpapertickets.com. Comedy Corner, January 22.brownpapertickets.com. That'll be on my website. But jot down this phone number as well, 201-745-5837. You can get tickets by calling, once again, 201-745-5837. Ask for Jack, and you'll get your tickets all sorted out. Anthony Ditta has a good diner he found in Jupiter, Florida. Clearly somebody from New Jersey moved to Jupiter,
Mm.
Florida. Okay, back to you, Chipper, with the diners are the best here. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, but before I go into the diner, could I just say you mentioned Jack, and it's the show's produced by J. Irwin Productions. Jack produces a lot of great shows in the area here, and I'm just looking for a fun night. But yeah, when I first moved down here, all my dreams were shattered. I moved down here from my girlfriend. We broke up after 2 weeks.
Yes.
And I had no one here. I didn't know anybody. And the only place that was close by me was the Seville Diner in Westwood. And I would go there after my crappy job pumping gas all day. And they were like my family. I would go have my dinner there. And I would sit there and have I depressed the rest of the audience as everybody like signed off. And then I would go home. But they were nice to me at night. But in the morning when I would go and I would say, can I just have a cup of coffee and a blueberry muffin not toasted? The waitress would always toast the effing muffin all the time. And I would be waiting. And I didn't have the, what do you call it? The gumption to say, please don't toast the muffin. And then when I did one day, she flipped out at me and said, so you've been having it all this way all this time, and now you change your mind, and now you're mad at me. But I still love the diner because that's what you get in Jersey. You get a mixture of attitude and food and fun, and you can go into a diner anytime. Isn't that the best?
And that's the best, is that you can go to a diner, get a blueberry muffin toasted, even if you don't want to toast it, and just that can stick in your mind for the rest of your life. There are things that will affect you in New Jersey unlike anywhere else. How about this, you guys? Beamerville, New Jersey is home to a volcano. While it's no longer active, it's a popular site for real estate development. Who the hell wrote this? Where the frick is Beamerville? Do you guys ever hear of Beamerville?
No. Everyone owns
a Beamer.
That sounds a little suspect to me. If there's a volcano somewhere in New Jersey, I suspect it got there the same way that a good diner got to Jupiter, Florida. I think somebody lifted the whole thing up and moved it over to Jersey, and then there was probably a good diner there, and they picked it up and dropped it off in Jupiter, Florida, because that's the only way that either of those things are happening.
They say that Jersey does have more diners than any other state. It's funny because when you do go out of state, I do like Cracker Barrel, but when you go out of state, there really are so few diners, and you don't realize how comforting they are, or how you go out at the end of a night, or we're performing a gig and we're like, let's go to a diner. It's fun.
Well, as a Jersey diner thing, Jessica had posted pictures of going out to a diner with her family.
Yeah.
And I took it very personally that I was trying to figure out which diner, and the pictures were mostly her kids, so I tried to ignore that. And I was mostly looking at the way that the food was served and the ceiling. And it's the renovated Pilgrim Diner in Verona. I said, I think it's that, but it could be this. She goes, no, it was that. And it was like the most Jersey moment of my life, where I'm like crazy proud of her. Just the yes, I picked out a diner by its ceiling tiles.
Wow, that's amazing, Jay, that you've been in that many diners.
I didn't even hint around to where we were, or just put my pictures in of where, of our food and us eating at the diner, and he guessed the exact diner.
It's amazing.
That's pretty amazing. That's like that could be a Jersey game show. Right? And you ever know when people go to, like when you posted your pictures, it was like for a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, or it's always like a cheeseburger deluxe or some kind of breakfast. No one ever posts a picture of a salad.
I know. It's gotta be the hot open sandwich.
Yeah.
I took my mother. I was going to take my mother. I'm not a big church goer, but I like the Riverside Cathedral in New York. It's beautiful, and they play this gorgeous music, and I just thought she'd really enjoy it. So my father said, what are you taking her to a place that ain't a Catholic church? You're not taking her, you're taking her something like that. What are you going to do? Well, they're going to make her a commie. They're going to turn her into a commie because it's a social justice church. And I go, Dad, you're not worried about me? It's too late for you. But what about your mother? So I took her to the diner in Parsippany, the Partroy Diner. And so she likes to take the milk and the pepper and the salt and everything that's left on the table. And I said to her, like, you're taking everything. Well, you can't let it go to waste. It's a sin to let it go to waste. I'm like, are you a thief or are you a good person? I'm not sure. But anyway, my father will say to me, what are you going to do? Why are you paying for sugar? They're right there in the diner. Who needs to pay for coffee? Walk into any hospital in New Jersey and you get a free cup of coffee. Just tell them you don't even say a word. You walk in. Anyway, that's Jersey. Here's another topic. There were more battles fought in New Jersey than any other state. And that's just not my family on Thanksgiving. That was the Revolutionary War.
Oh, wow.
More battles.
More battles.
Thomas Edison had his lab in Menlo Park. Okay, maybe he did. There is a lab in West Orange, New Jersey, right there on Main Street. What the hell are they talking about?
I don't know. Is Menlo Park where you can take the train like anywhere off of the parkway? Is that like exit 131 or something like that?
You just said exit 131. Yes, I don't know.
What is it? I don't know.
It is, and there is. I don't know what the Edison Museum is in West Orange, and I know at the very least they have the big studio, the blacked out studio in which he used to shoot films, in West Orange. And I've been around there, but I don't really know if it something wasn't his lab. It might have been like a manufacturing center at some point, because they kind of glommed onto his identity. Like they celebrate his light. They're like painted light bulbs all over West Orange. So it's got to be something. They couldn't have just randomly.
He moved there. He lived in Llewellyn Park in West Orange.
Llewellyn Park, and his house is there. Like, or they keep a historical.
It may be where he kept Nikolai Tesla chained up.
Right. Wouldn't it be ironic if you went to the Thomas Edison Museum and you walked in and go, hey, why is it so dark in here?
Well, speaking of light bulbs, in our family, I don't know why this is the case, but we never have light bulbs. Very few. So I'm like, Mom, I just need a light bulb. And she's like, well, there's plenty. Take it from another lamp. Then you take it, but then that lamp won't have one. Then you put it back. And then my father's like, why does she need a light bulb over here? It's so glaring. It's going to kill my eyes. So there's a fight over it. And then the remote never works. So I go, the remote's not working. Well, go to the other room, take the remote from there and take the batteries out of that one and put it in that one. I go, but then that one's not going to have batteries. There's something insane. I wish I could have gotten light bulbs. Here's a couple of interesting things. I think the person who wrote 30 fun facts about New Jersey knows nothing about New Jersey. Wow, the Hadriasaurus is the official dinosaur of New Jersey. Cheerleading was started in Princeton. Square dancing is the state dance. I'm moving that. That's
I read that.
That doesn't seem to fit.
It's the hand jive, but with two fingers.
Parsippany, where I grew up, what do they say about Parsippany? I just saw this. Has been named the Tree City, USA for 24 years in a row. I grew up in the Tree City. You guys add so much to the conversation. 90% of all people.
I don't know anything about my state. I feel like I don't know.
Dude,
this guy doesn't either.
Early manufacturing processes, you could almost touch the water in Patterson right now.
So what towns in Jersey have you lived in? Like Jessica, what towns in New Jersey have you lived in?
So I grew up in Fair Lawn until I was a freshman in high school. Then I moved to Glen Rock, where I graduated high school, and now I live in Verona. In Essex County, and I teach in Bergen County, though. So I'm a high school teacher at Pascack Valley High School in Bergen County.
What do you teach?
I teach ceramics and sculpture.
Wow, that's a cool school.
Yeah, my kids.
Yes,
there was advertising before you took a drink. You see her signing the cup.
Yeah.
So.
Jay, what did you say?
I said she was advertising before she took a drink from a mug, and if you looked, it was her name signed to the mug that she had made it. And then I guess she got self-conscious and started drinking.
I'll bring you guys mugs. I'll bring you mugs to the show.
I would like to thank the person
that would be awesome.
Specified that the Edison factories were what was in New Jersey.
Anthony, before you leave, he just said, I went to high school with him. He said that, yes, the Partroy Diner, and the other one was the Dakota Diner. That's right. My 9-year-old niece likes to go to the Whippany Diner. She's 9, where she likes brisket and mashed potatoes.
Wow. Somebody got to her.
My father, Huey.
Yeah.
You guys, we're going to have fun on Saturday night. Let me give another shout out here. We're doing this theater in Bergen County, New Jersey. It's called the Comedy Corner. That's the name of the comedy show, but it's the Comedy Corner at the theater that is called the Township Theater. It's the Township Theater in Washington Township. in Bergen County. So let's just say the Township Theater in Bergen County. Get tickets at Comedy Corner, January to 2.brownpapertickets.com, or give a shout out to Jack. Oh, let's have Jack. Is Jack here with us? Let's give Jack, you can give him a call at 201-745-5837. I think Jack has just popped on to be with us a moment. He is the fellow who's producing this. So let's see what Jack has to say over here. I do my own tech, you guys. It's a lot on me.
Yeah.
I guess Jack's not here. I thought Jack was with us. All right. Anyway.
Well, I was also going to say the owners of the theater, Dave and Laura Ross, they're like doing everything they can to try to turn this place into like a really, not just the comedy, but so that it's a fun experience. Place is beautiful. It's 250 seats. And, all you got to do is just buy a ticket and come on down, and you're going to see a great show on Saturday night.
And listen, the information's on my Facebook page, or just reach out to me if you want to know more details. Let your friends know, because we were falling like pieces in a Jenga game for 2 years with this crazy pandemic. So it's nice. We're going to be out. These guys are so talented. We're going to have a blast. Jay, tell people how they can follow you.
Well, you could probably just follow my Twitter, which is @JAugustHC. It's mostly where I just argue with people in the comment section, but it is technically in existence, and that's the same as my Instagram, where I pretty much show pictures of my dogs and advertise shows.
Chip?
You can go to my website, chipambrosio.com, and you can find everything there.
Jessica?
You can also go to my website. It's jessicamirandacomedian.com or Jessica_Miranda_comedian on Instagram.
All right. And you guys, my Dry Bar special just came out. It's a comedy special. Go to drybarcomedy.com. And it's called Don't Make Me Hate You, because I don't want to hate people. They make me hate them. I'm a victim. You look over my shoulder. You can get your Don't Make Me Hate You merchandise. Just go to maureenlangan.com, hit merch. There's so many things. There's coasters, aprons, bat mats. It's crazy stuff. There's even a puzzle that's all black.
Wow. And can I say, as for Jack, they can follow J. Irwin Productions on Facebook for Jack. Okay.
All right. Let me put that up there. It is. I just want people to be able to see so we can all support each other. It's J. Irwin Productions, right?
Productions on Facebook.
All right. So follow him on the .com, as my Irish mother calls it, and you can see all these shows that are going on. See, look at that. J. Irwin Productions. Maureen Langan does it all. And follow me if you want to support the show. The best way to do it is go to patreon.com/Maureen Langan. It's a monthly subscription. You get a lot of good stuff, and you keep the shows coming. If you don't do that, I'm going to get a one-eyed dog and sit on a street corner by a light until it turns, and just put my cup up. All right, you guys. Oh, Joy, thank you. She loves the shirt. You guys, we will see all of you on Saturday night. I'm looking forward to working with all of you.
It's going to be fun, guys. We're going to have fun together. Please come out.
Sometimes it's hard to find a great show. This is a great show that's found you. So,
All right, you guys wait for me in the green room. And until we meet again, go to my Apple, go to the iHeart, go to Spotify. All the podcasts are there. There's so many good chats with people, from Sandra Joseph, who was the star of The Phantom of the Opera for more years than any other actress, the longest running leading lady in the longest running play. Today, I interviewed Lois Bromfield, who wrote for Roseanne, and Brett Butler. There's so many cool people in there. Brian Kiley, who's a writer for The Ellen Show after having worked for Conan for 27 years. Laurie Kilmartin, who wrote for Conan. So many great people, and it runs the gamut from academics to alcoholics. So there's something for everyone. All right, you know the routine. Until we meet again, bye, Wig.
No, you cannot leave me like that.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review, and feel free to share it with a friend.
Please don't go, please.
I'll be back.
Au revoir.